My kids start summer break tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing to make lunch easy for them and easy for me, and hopefully they still enjoy it all summer long. One thing that I love about summer break is I no longer am packing school lunches, but that doesn't mean my kids don't eat lunch. However, I work from home, we have a busy household, and lunch isn't something that I'm going to sit and make something new every day. Thankfully, I have two older kids, they're 12 and 14. My 7-year-old still needs a little help, but this takes a lot of the guesswork out, and it gives them easy meals that I prep mainly once, and they can finish the rest with maybe a little help. As always, most of this food is from Aldi, and I love sharing with you guys the food that I enjoy, my grocery hauls, and if that sounds fun to you, make sure you subscribe because I share weekly Aldi grocery hauls, I share random hauls, and then I do fun things like this to show you what I do with the food. Summer fruit and vegetable trays are my favorite. I bring these to family gatherings a lot because I know my kids will eat them, and they're picky eaters, but fresh fruit, fresh veggies, they eat pretty good. Now the thing is, these can vary greatly because, you know, right now I have some cauliflower and broccoli to use up. They're gonna be in the tray. My kids right now are on a green pepper kick. I'm gonna cut these up, they'll be on the tray. I have some mini cucumbers to use, and I bought a new cucumber. Peas are my personal favorite. I also love cauliflower. But if we get sick of something, we'll rotate it up. Maybe I'll have mini peppers when we get sick of green peppers. Maybe I'll notice my kids eat the cucumbers really quickly. Well, maybe I'll stop putting another vegetable in there. Carrots, they love carrots, they love celery. There's just only so much room. I don't wanna over prepare vegetables. I prioritize what we have on hand and what my kids are eating really well, fill it up, and that's what they have to choose from. It's super simple. Same with the fruit. I have strawberries that I bought on sale at the end of last week. We have some blackberries, new green grapes. I actually have some purple grapes from last week that I'm gonna finish up. We'll have a freshly loaded fruit tray. I'm gonna get these all washed, cut, stemmed, and in here, and then guess what? That amount of work will last me all week. And guess what? If they eat all the blackberries first, they just have the rest of the fruit to work with. I don't replenish the blackberries. I want them to eat through the fruit. But I load it with food that I know my kids like. They don't use a fruit dip. If they liked a fruit dip, I would certainly put one in here. But my daughter Elsie did request a dill dip, so that'll be in here. We also like ranch a lot. Guys, look how beautiful. And honestly, this is so simple. I think it took me about 15 minutes of prep, and it'll last me all week. If I run out, I will replenish, but they have to eat what's here before I'll put more of something else on here. And this is the magic of easy summer meals. Adding fruits and veggies becomes so simple, and then any of the other things that they add, which are carb, and cheese is their main source of protein for especially my son, easy to add this to any single one of those meals. And I'm telling you, do not make this hard or expensive on yourself. This has broccoli and cauliflower because I had those left over. These are left over from last week. I have a new cucumber I didn't cut because I ran out of space. Berries that were on sale are what dictated the berries that are on my plates. I don't go and get every single thing that my kids would love. I'm sure they'd love fresh raspberries. Guess how expensive those are? Expensive. So we're getting budget, sale, and what's on hand is going to be the primary. And yes, of course I take into consideration what they want, but I don't let them rule it. And I can tell you my kids are going to be excited. Now the worst part about these is these are vintage Tupperware. I bought them at garage sales, and I don't know if Tupperware still sells them. They were $5 a piece. I have slowly acquired both of these, and I do have dip containers with lids for both of them. They're amazing to pack and take places. I love bringing this exact thing as a side to family gatherings. I know my kids will enjoy it. The thing that sucks is this does take up a lot of room. That's where a garage fridge is really handy. If you don't have that, I understand that storage may be a pain, but still it's worth making, in my opinion. Okay, so first we're gonna start with this option, quesadillas or nachos. So you could go a number of different ways. My kids love this Mexican shredded cheese, but with the nachos, you could dip it with this cheese and salsa. You could have black beans with it. My girls love black beans. You could also just bake in the oven these chips with cheese on top. You could even microwave it. Quesadilla, cheese in the middle. You could have some of this cheese in it. You could put this cheese in the middle and dip in these. You could even have black beans on it. So many different ways to eat this. My kids are big fans. Another easy lunch, mini pizzas. Now you could do this with mini naan, which I do really like to use. They're flatbread. Basically, if I find it on sale, that's what we're gonna use. But these are really nice. I have 3 kids, so I can open a pack of these, use them. My kids like plain cheese and red sauce. Now I have a 14 and an almost 13-year-old. They are very self-sufficient at lunch. Often, if they're willing to make something, they'll make enough for their brother if I need help. But this is also really easy for me to throw together too. Now I work from home, so having them home and self-sufficient at lunch is really nice, and this is a good win. And when that seems like too much effort, these are really easy. Air fry these. My kids are big fans. Again, they don't like meat on it. With these, they can add toppings like artichokes, green olives, different toppings they like, but these are just really simple, pop in the oven or air fryer. Now all of these are very different from each other. Broccoli cheddar rice-a-roni, or you could do Easy Mac. I just don't have any Easy Mac on hand right now. Same idea, microwave, it's a single meal, and then serve all of these with our fresh fruits and veggies. I had bought these on clearance, so we still have the Easter time mac and cheese. A box of this divided among my 3 kids is really easy. I love these, and my girls do too, especially if I have leftover rice. They'll make this, split it, and it's really simple. We get these at Costco, but my girls really, really like these, the Madras lentils. This one was a favorite of mine from childhood, grilled cheese. So I do like nicer bread than this, but my kids, especially my husband, like plain white bread. I grew up eating pickles on my grilled cheese, so my kids do too. You just slice them and put them on top, really simple. My kids prefer this cheese over any other, and the finely shred makes it melt really easy, and then of course butter. My oldest 2 can make their own. This summer, my goal is to teach my son to make not only grilled cheese, but quesadillas and nachos on his own. Very simple things, very elementary introduction to stove and oven, and obviously only when I'm home, but he's almost 8. He can make these things. Another really simple one that my girls really like, hummus in a pita. Cut it in half, and a half is really good for my kids for a portion. They put hummus inside, and then they can take any vegetable that we have on hand, lettuce, cucumbers, they like olives, artichokes, really easy to stuff in there, really delicious. When I pack them, we leave things like olives and artichokes out so it doesn't get soggy, but when you're making them at home and you're about to eat it, super simple. Now that you've seen the options, let's see one play out. Even though my kids aren't technically on summer break, they only have half days this week, so I still have to get them lunch. We're gonna use the fruit and veggie platters and make homemade personal pan pizzas, which I'll tell you they were excited about. Easy lunch. I am making this one. That you have an idea that I didn't think of, and I'd love to have it in the comments. I'm all about making mealtime not only enjoyable, but easy for everyone. If you want to see a regular grocery haul that I do every single Monday where I buy these foods to feed my family, you can check out this video for a recent Aldi grocery haul right here. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao down and ciao.